It's Sunday night, and this is the Conjugal Visit on KGFRocks.com.
Yeah, and good evening, and welcome to the Conjugal Visit. And tonight, right now, it's just me and Guido. Guido, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. It's good to hear your voice on the radio this evening. So
yeah, it's so sexy.
Yeah, it is sexy, man. It's a sexy fucking voice. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm sitting here. We're in studio tonight. You're in your studio in Buffalo, in your kitchen.
Yeah.
And I am in my office / studio, and sitting with me, Johnny Carson. He had what's his name?
Doc Severinsen.
Doc Severinsen, yeah. And then what's his name there? Dave Letterman. He had. Who did he have? Paul Schaefer, right? And his orchestra. Well, we have here, Johnny B is sitting in tonight. And say hello, Johnny. Hey, he says hello, Johnny. And Johnny B is going to be just strumming on the guitar tonight in the background, making a little noise in the background. We're going to see how it goes and see how it feels. And then I'm going to listen back to it. It's going to be awesome. He may end up being the star of the show. So, maybe he'll turn us on to a couple of licks or something. Who knows?
You never know. Yeah.
Who knows? Something might come into that brain of his, and he might play something for us. But we're glad to have you along, Johnny B. Thanks for joining us this evening. There he is. See? You hear that,
look
folks?
at that.
Yeah. On cue. Making noise. All
it's
right.
good to finally have some talent coming on the other end of the mic.
Is that right? He says it's about time talent came over to this side of the fucking mic. Yeah. It's a good thing we're not in the same fucking room, asshole.
Yeah, ain't it? What would you do? I mean, you're so old. By the time you touched me, I'd be gone.
Oh, no. By the time I tried to reach for you, I'd be...
I know.
I'd be all out of breath and shit. Yeah, that's for sure.
So did you know that my Buffalo Bills have won 4 in a row?
They have won 4 in a row, and my fantasy football team has lost 3 in a row now. I can honestly say that after tonight, I will be 2-3.
Just charge this.
I can't believe we've already gone 5 weeks, man. Has it already been 5 weeks?
It's been, well, yeah, if the Bills are 4-2. No, it's more than 5 weeks. It's been 6 weeks, hasn't it?
Well, we missed the first week in our football fantasy.
Yeah, it's 4-2. It's been 6 weeks. It's 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's 6 weeks. Yeah, the NFL. Our fantasy league has only been 5 weeks. But I just can't believe it's already been 5 fucking weeks, man.
How are you doing in your fantasy football?
Terrible. I got to make some changes, man. See, I got to go. I got to get away with I got to get away from this quarterback. Fucking Aaron Rodgers looked like shit today. They've got some injuries on the front line.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers.
You think he's a has-been? Is he done?
No. He's takes time sometimes. And it all depends on your players around you.
Right.
If they're not performing to the best of their ability, how can you? I mean, yeah, he's in a slump right now, but a lot of people forget the one year he was in a slump. The next year they won the Super Bowl. So, I mean,
right. Hey, you never know.
You never know, and he's not a has-been. He's too young to be a has-been. I mean,
yeah.
If Peyton Manning came back and played, I think he would be considered a has-been. I think like Peyton Manning left on a high note.
Yeah, well, yeah, you won the Super Bowl. I mean, how much more high can you be, other than what we do on a daily basis? But he had a rough day today. He didn't do very well. I think he threw 2 interceptions today, and I guess they just didn't come to play.
There's a whole shift change, I think, in the NFL, because like teams like the Bills suck for the past whatever amount of years, and they lost the first 2 games.
Right.
Bills got good players. They got rid of their offensive coordinator, stepped somebody else up to the plate, and since then they've won their last 4 games.
Right.
Because sometimes it goes not just the play. See, that's the thing. People understand. You could see a certain player. We'll say like what was the guy? I forgot his name. The guy that used to be on your team, Kansas City, that came from New England. Matt Castle. Matt Castle.
Matt Castle.
Matt Castle played with the Patriots system and kicked ass.
Right.
Went to your team and was ass. Didn't do well, because the coach changed. So I think, coaches have a lot to do with the game too.
Right. Well, the coaches definitely make a difference. A good, a piss poor defensive coordinator makes for a piss poor defense. That's for sure. And when you get into the management realm, it's also a connection between the top office too.
Right.
And Buffalo has a proud tradition, and I don't think that the ownership there is going to put up with anything less than good football. No question about it.
We've we have a new owner now who he's saying put up or shut up. He told Rex Ryan last year after the deplorable season we had, he said, "You make the playoffs next year, or you don't have a job."
Right.
And he wasn't. It's business. Terry Pagula is a businessman. The NFL is a business. If you don't
got to
win,
give me a product. You got to give me a product to make me money, man, so I can bring back a better team the next year.
I mean, if you look at it this way, Seattle Seahawks sucked forever. Okay, I'm sure no Seattle Seahawks jerseys were selling out the stores. Right. Now they're one of the top jerseys. Why? Because they're winning. They went to the Super Bowl. Whatever. Right. You have to win to make money.
Right.
It's just that simple.
That's simple. That's right, and you have to get into at least the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And franchises that go year after year after year without getting into the playoffs. Now, it's been quite a few years when a couple of teams out there haven't been in the playoffs, sure. And that included the Rams. I think they're playoff bound this year, though. I think the Rams are playoff bound this year.
They're looking good
in the West. They're looking decent, barring any injuries. I think they should be safe. But then when you get into the area like the Midwest, you get to Kansas City, Chicago, and cities like that. Fuck, Chicago hasn't been in the playoffs in 5 years now.
Something like that.
But they're still a viable team. They still sell out. It goes to the fan base and who's buying.
Well, there is something different. But, okay, the fan base, I agree with you. Like, the Bills fans are always going to buy Bills merchandise. But when you're a winning team,
right,
people that don't live in Buffalo, the Bills won the Super Bowl, I have to jump on the bandwagon. I've always liked the Bills. I'm going to buy a hat.
Right.
Or a
jersey or whatever. Right.
That's where the money comes from. Right. It's to jump on the bandwagon fans that wear the Super Bowl. I have friends that every year the team they root for is the one that won the Super Bowl last year. Why?
Now, who's your quarterback?
Tyrod Taylor.
And he's a youngster, right?
He's been in for a few years, but he was back up in Baltimore for like 4 or 5 years.
For 4 or 5 years. But now he's the Buffalo starter, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so he could turn into a hero, dude. And
he could.
You can have his number splattered all over America.
But the true person that's causing the Bills to win is our running back, LaShawn McCoy. And the last 2 games combined, he rushed for over 300 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Wow. That's amazing. To me, that's awesome.
And today he played the guy that traded him. That's why he was so fired up. Chip Kelly, who is the 49ers head coach, used to be the Philadelphia Eagles head coach 2 years ago, and he traded LaShawn McCoy, one of the greatest running backs, straight up for one of our linebackers, Kiko Alonso, who did okay with us, but the first year there got hurt and never played again. So LaShawn McCoy hates this guy. So he played super hard today. Like just here, fuck you, and show you what you lost.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. And when you look at, what do you think of? What do you think of Miami this year? What are they going to do, man? Are they going to do anything at all?
Yeah,
Or are they
Miami
going to just sit on the
good,
snide?
actually.
They look decent, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is like right now in our division, you got Miami, you got Buffalo, you got New England, and the New York Jets, and right now, three of the teams are really actually all four of the teams are doing pretty good. So it's kind of exciting that this season's going to be it's not going to be Patriots domination of our division, I don't think.
Right.
I'm not saying they won't win it, because they probably will, but I don't think they're going to dominate it like they did in years past.
Yeah.
Damn Patriots.
The damn Patriots. Arizona looks really good and tough this year. They're off to a decent start. They're down there in Phoenix and Sun City, and this amazing New Orleans offense. I mean, they're fucking. They're averaging 39 points a game.
That's pretty good.
But they're giving up on average 29 points a fucking game. So their defense sucks.
Well, that's the thing too. Is I don't care what anybody says, and a lot of people will agree with me that defenses win championships, because you could have not a very good team like the Bills right now have a mediocre quarterback at best, a great running back, but they have the number 5 defense in the league. So what are they doing? They're stopping people from scoring. They're doing their job. That's what it is all about, is stopping the other team. It's not about scoring.
No,
scoring is important.
Yeah,
but you can score one field goal, 3 points, and as long as the other team's defense don't let the other team score, game over.
Right.
It's not about how high you can score it. 1 point could be the decider. So I think defense is important. If you have a shitty defense, you ain't going to go to the Super Bowl.
Right. That's true. And Dolphins beat these Steelers today, 30-15. So that was a good score. That was a good game.
Yeah, it's good. And there was a lot of good games.
Yeah, a lot of good games. A lot of important games. First part in division play. So a lot of important football games went down today.
Yeah, it's going to keep
Miami. Yeah, but next week, don't they go interconference?
I'm not sure how they do it like that. If they do it like they used to. I remember the days when the divisions had 5 teams or something like that. Remember, they were Now they're teams. Because we had some additional teams come in, but you used to play your teams like 3 times a year. We would play the Patriots 3 times, the Jets 3 times, whatever. And then they said that was too many, so they cut it down to just 2 times a year. So that means you're getting 3 extra teams to play.
Right.
And it makes more sense, because if you're playing, you got a 16-game schedule, and you're playing 3 teams 3 times. That's 9 games.
Right.
It's gonna be boring, because you're gonna know how the fuck each other plays all the time.
Right.
Yep.
So, and then it also gives you a chance to play other cities, play other teams. When Atlanta will play a team like the Jets, or they don't always get a chance to play those teams that they know so well, and it also adds Guido to the rivalry. It makes it a bigger rivalry. The fewer games you play against your rival, the more of a rivalry it actually is. And it's the same goes for hockey. Detroit was the Blues' nemesis, man. And Detroit would just, break their hearts every year. Well, they finally moved Detroit to the Northeast, and it's had a huge effect on the Central Division in hockey. But then again, that's hockey. Yeah, made a huge difference. And now that Detroit is somebody in the East this year, they're going to look good this year. So, looking good all the way around.
What do you think about the baseball?
I'd like to see. This is what I'd like to see: the Cubs and the Indians in the World Series.
The Cubs and the Indians.
Yeah.
That would be good. Your team's out, right?
Oh yeah. Cards are out. Cardinals
Yeah.
are out, but they had a
And-
decent season. They took it to
They
the
did.
end of the year. The last game of the season made the decision for them, and of course
I
they
couldn't
won.
believe the Toronto Blue Jays were in it. When's the last time they've been in it?
Well, it's been quite a while, but they've got a hell of a ball club.
Oh, no, definitely.
They got a hell of a team, and I think they're gonna. I think if anybody's going to go to the series, it's probably going to be them. But I'd like to see the Indians and the Cubs.
I'm just mad Boston. They disappointed me.
Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, Boston is, they've been in it. Okay, they had their highlight. They went their 150 years without getting into
Right.
into the World Series. They broke it. They're ready to go, man. So they'll be a good team next year. But I still like the idea that the Cubs are finally. I think the Cubs are going to take it all.
Right.
They're just a great ball club, and they got some really good all stars on that team, and they're going to win it all. If they don't,
think so?
I'll be surprised. I will be surprised. I put my money on it. So, you want to make a bet?
No, I don't bet on it. I don't know enough about baseball to bet on it.
Right.
I mean,
The Cubs. Their big thing is that they've got the hitting, but on top of that, they've got late inning pitching.
Right.
And when you've got both of those, man, it's just like you can't beat them. And once they get a 4 or 5 run lead, you're not going to catch them.
Right.
The later innings, they just shut you down. They did that to the Cardinals 3 times this year.
Well, I thought that years ago when Detroit went to the finals against St. Louis, Detroit had the greatest pitching in the world, and St. Louis beat them.
Right. Well, St. Louis beat them with speed and hitting. And there was a lot of stolen bases in that World Series.
Right.
So,
Yeah, there was.
yeah.
But I mean, the Detroit had the better pitching staff. The Detroit that year had probably one of the best pitching staffs of all time, as far as the amount of good pitchers that they had.
Right. Well, Detroit's always been a good ball club, but they've been steady. It's not like they've been world champions a lot. But when they go to when they've gone to the World Series, they've always given their best, and I think Detroit is the kind of city that needs a ball club like that. It's the only thing that holds that city together. I remember watching Denny McLain pitch back in the day, and he got traded to the Washington Senators.
Right.
And I got the opportunity to shake Denny's hand before he went to prison, and I met him down in the locker room. But along with him, I got the opportunity to meet Boog Powell and Frank Howard and all these icon hitters back in the early 70s. And, that was baseball, man. These guys were huge. You have no idea how much bigger they were than the players today. The players are much sleeker today than they were back then.
Why did he go to jail?
He went to jail for tax evasion.
Oh, really? That's boring.
Yeah, well, he went for tax evasion because he got caught gambling. And he won a shitload of money, and they caught him with that, so they couldn't get him for the gambling because they couldn't prove he was betting on baseball, so they got him for tax evasion.
I see.
And that's the catch-all. They put you in prison for something that's not even a law.
Well, you know what? Do you think he should have been barred from any future considerations like Pete Rose did?
No, he made the Hall of Fame. He did, and
Oh, he
only
did?
because he got it for tax evasion. Oh yeah, Denny McLain should be, I believe, is in the Hall of Fame. I can't be sure.
Okay.
He was a 26-game winner for the Detroit Tigers when they beat the Dodgers in the World Series back in 68, 69, I think it was. And that was a tough time because you had Carl Yastrzemski, you had all these big hitters. You got Clemente, you got Willie Mays, you've got all these huge hitters back in that day and age. And here comes Detroit with 3 21-game winners. And when you got that kind of power pitching, man, you're going to the World Series and then some.
Well, yeah, pitching's just it's the quarterbacking of baseball. I mean, you can't win without a decent pitcher. Again, in baseball too, defense is an important part.
Teams are finding out though that you can't have just one good pitcher.
No, you can't. No,
you gotta have two good starters, two solid starters, and at least two middle of the road pitchers, and then you got to have one good closer.
Well, I think a lot of that's going to change in the way, back in the 90s, it was all about hitting because everybody was steroided up. And Jason Giambi and Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire were hitting balls out of the park every single game. Now that the steroid epidemic is done, you're not going to see as many home runs as you used to. So teams are going to have to find players with good fielding abilities too.
But think about this for a minute, man. Back in the 70s, guys were hitting 50 home runs back then too.
Right.
45, 50 home runs. And I remember Frank Howard hit 47 home runs, I think.
I remember Mr. October, Reggie Jackson hitting many. There was. But in the 90s, we
said, they were all big guys,
and there were too many people hitting the ball out of the park. It was becoming boring. It was like,
right,
it's up to, and then you see people like Barry Bonds, who was a skinny man, come back as Hulk Hogan.
Exactly. But back in the early days, what they did was the way they shrunk the home runs in the game was to make the stadiums were larger. They were deeper. Right. They were, instead of 333 down each line, they were 360 down the line.
Right.
So they made the fences out further in most stadiums. They did that at Busch Stadium when they moved the fences back there and made it a wall instead of a fence. So they moved it back a good 30 feet, and that lowered the home runs. And that helped a lot. And also, I don't know if you were around to remember the ball controversy, where they were putting a larger cork ball in the center of the baseball.
Oh, I kind of remember that, yeah.
And the ball would fly a lot further. I mean, the ball was flying out of stadiums, man.
Right.
And then the bat controversy, of course, where they'd hollow out the bat. Or
they would put what was that they used to do? Remember, hollow out the bat, and they would crack half the time and all that.
Yeah.
That's how they would
and that's how they hit home runs, was this bat that had something in the center. I guess it was a cork bat in the center, and it would have more fucking power to the. But see, it turned out that they were detrimental because they kept breaking the bat. And then they would be throwing guys out of the game for using these fucking illegal bats.
Well, if you think of it this way, if you took an aluminum bat that you would use for softball and let one of them guys hit it with a hard ball, it's gone.
Right.
Every single major league player is going to hit a home run.
Right.
Because that's just how it is.
Yeah, that's true.
But who knows? I mean, is drugs part of the game? I mean, we got NFL players getting suspended for marijuana use and all this, and I don't know. I mean, it's not. I don't think if it's a performance-enhancing drug, it shouldn't be banned.
Well, I don't think should. I think it should be regulated. I think it should be. As long as it's illegal.
Yeah, that's the argument that people have. But it's only illegal because we're retarded and made it illegal. And not because harm.
I don't know what the vendetta was against legalization of marijuana, but a lot of the football players out there have gone to marijuana for pain relief.
Sure.
And for brain injury. And stuff like that. So they're using this. Yeah, you remember they talked about this on Weedikit. You remember that, John? Yeah, John is a big fan, like I am, of a show called Weedikit on what is it, Viceland TV. And on Viceland TV, this guy's name is Krishna, And he talks about the legalization of marijuana, and he goes to these different countries and stuff. But he did an interview with a bunch of former Dallas Cowboy football players and talked to a bunch of them, and they have brain injuries, and they're a bunch of potheads. They're all smoking the herbs, and a lot of them are using the oil as pain relief, and their appetite is up, and they're exercising, and they lose the shakes that they get from it, and the tremors are reduced, and so it's something that's helping the brain waves, man. And why wouldn't it be illegal? I mean, what the hell? Let's share the wealth, man. It couldn't hurt. It hasn't killed anybody, has it?
Right.
The only thing about, and I'll say it again. I've said it a million times. I'll keep saying it. And the only thing about marijuana that has destroyed lives is the law.
Pretty much.
The law has destroyed more lives than marijuana ever will. Ever will.
Yeah, but in the marijuana laws statewide are different. Like if you went to New York and got busted with something, it would be a lot less time than if you went to Texas.
Right. Right.
And,
well, there's people still spending time in Texas jail, and Louisiana is horrible. You talk about a Nazi regime. I mean, Jesus, don't get busted with cannabis down there in Louisiana. Right. I'll tell you right now, don't get busted. Not in Louisiana and not in Nevada. Nevada is a zero-tolerance state, and both of them, I mean, I got to tell you, man.
Yeah, you can't
talk
smoke
about righteousness
pot in Nevada, but you can get a hooker in Nevada.
Yeah, you can't smoke pot in Nevada, but you can gamble your life away.
And you can get a hooker.
And at the same time, you can consume alcohol. You can, and they push the shit on you. I mean, you'll sit there and you'll be gambling and pulling the one-armed bandit and shit, and they'll come up, would you like a drink? Sure, and they give it to you. It's free.
Well, that's not true because I don't get drinks, and I pull the one-armed bandit almost every night.
Well, you could have drinks if you had it in your refrigerator.
Right.
If you had beer in your refrigerator, you could you could put that can right on her forehead, man.
Dude, I got
problem.
I got a full bar with like 30 bottles of liquor and beer and everything. I'm just not one of those people that drink alone. I'm not George Thorogood.
You're not George Thoroughly Good? You're not bad to the bone? No?
I don't drink alone.
You don't drink alone?
With nobody else.
With nobody else? Because I drink alone with nobody else.
And then, with my good friend Budweiser,
Yeah, with your good friend Budweiser and your brothers Blackie and Red.
Yeah.
Yeah, your Uncle Blackie and Uncle Red, my old granddad, because I drink alone. Yeah. Oh, my whole family done give up on me. And I don't feel so bad. So anyway, I understand that you've got a thing going on in your head. I still have not made up my mind yet. About the election.
Oh, you haven't made up your mind? What the hell's wrong with you?
I don't know. I know that I don't like either one of these people. But that's personal. Business-wise, it scares me that Hillary's going to be in the White House. Only, let me clarify. Only because of her left leanings.
Mm-hmm.
Only because of her left leanings.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the Supreme Court's going to change, and that's what I don't want. I don't want liberals on the Supreme Court. I don't want any more that are already on there. But what bothers me about Trump is goddamn, man, he scares me, man. He just,
well, let's put it this way: when the Russian president or whatever he is says to all Russian officials to come home from America right now and issues a statement that if she wins, they'll be ready for war. Why the fuck is there even a choice?
Why is there even a choice? But I've never heard this.
Yeah, then you don't watch the news. It's all over the place.
I do watch the news. I watch Fox, and I go back and forth I go to the Clinton News Network, CNN, every once in a while just to get their side.
You can't watch mainstream media. It's all fixed. It's all one-sided.
It's all rigged.
You got to watch. You got to go to the website.
I think what's going to happen, and this is just my view, I think what's going to happen is Trump is going to win this election.
Good.
And it's going to be a surprise because all the polls are going to be saying he's going to lose, he's going to lose, he's going to lose. And then all of a sudden, out of the clear blue, he's going to win the election. Mm-hmm. And everybody's going to be left scratching their head and say, well, what about the polls?
The polls are all lying.
And I think it's not that they're lying. I think that a lot of folks are not willing to admit that they're going to vote for Trump yet. I think there's a lot of folks that don't want to come right out and say, yeah, I'm voting for Trump. Do you honestly think that these guys in Congress that haven't supported him yet are going to vote for Hillary Clinton? I don't fucking think so. They're going to vote Donald Trump. These Republicans are going to vote Donald Trump. George W. Bush is going to vote for Donald J. Trump. He's just not saying it out loud, dude. And there's a lot of people out there that aren't saying it out loud. They're just saying, yeah, well, it's a hard choice. I don't know who, I'm not, but they know deep inside they're going to vote for Trump. And I think it's going to come up and it's going to be a huge surprise and it's going to be a huge upset. And that's why the margin is so big. Now, on the other hand, my conspiracy side is that Donald Trump was a plant from the beginning by Hillary Clinton. He is on her payroll.
Not.
And he is destroying this campaign on purpose so that the bitch wins. Because she couldn't have beat Cruz. There's just no way. She wouldn't have beaten Kucinich.
Cruz is Cruz. I wouldn't
is
vote
a fucking faggot. Okay?
I wouldn't vote for
I'm
Cruz
concerned.
if it was the last thing I could do. I think you're all wrong on that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I get this feeling that he's on the take, man. And this is all a big act. He's a hell of an actor. Pull the wool over America's eyes and said, here's your new president, and handed it to her on a silver platter. Now, I don't want that to be true. But what scares me more than all of that combined, dude, is the last week before the election and this Russian conspiracy thing that's going on right now, and a cyber war is going to lead to something so huge that Barack Hussein Obama is going to suspend the elections and call for martial law.
Right.
And that's what worries me.
He can't do that.
Yeah, he pretty much can. Just because it hasn't been done before, don't say it can't happen. Because it has happened.
Nah. I think you're talking out your ass right now.
Yeah, well,
you sound like Jesse. But you sound like Jesse Ventura.
He says I sound like Jesse Ventura. Yeah.
You do.
I just think it's all it's a mess, and like millions of Americans out there, I don't want to divulge who I'm voting for. I don't want to tell everybody who I'm voting for, who I'm rooting for, who I'm supporting. None of their damn business. When I go in the booth, that's why they put a curtain on the booth. Okay?
No, they don't do that here.
I'm a Republican. And I support my candidate for President of the United States.
You sound like one of those real Republicans that are not going to vote for Donald Trump because the other Republicans don't want him to.
No, they're going to vote for him too, like I am.
The reason why everybody is afraid of Donald Trump is because he's not going to take their shit and say, oh, you got to do this. He's going to say, no, fuck you. I don't have to do that.
Right.
And that's the problem. That's the problem with all the senators and congressmen. They know he's not going to take their bullshit and the payoffs. He don't need their fucking money. He's got money. He don't need the lobbyist money. He don't need money. Right. He's the first president in history that don't need money.
Right.
So that's what everybody's afraid of. That's what all the politicians are afraid of. We have this regular American who's never been a politician, who's wealthy beyond our means, and there's nothing we can do to make him a puppet.
Right, and they're scared to death.
Absolutely.
And you know what? To be honest, man, he's not a very greedy person.
No.
He's not greedy person. Now, he'll reject paying you if you do a half-assed job. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Everybody says, oh, that's bad, that's bad. No, it's not. That's business. I mean, think about that for a minute. If a guy came in to remodel your house and he left it in a fucking shambles and didn't come back and he took your money and ran, wouldn't you want to stop payment on that fucking check?
Right.
I mean, I know I would. I'd say, fuck you. You're not getting paid, bitch. What about all the materials? I don't give a fuck. Get your ass over here and fix this. Then I'll pay you.
You're right.
Right. So Donald Trump is the same fucking way. Donald Trump is the same fucking way.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're all the same, I guess. You know, but I think he's the lesser of the two evils, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I agree. I do agree. I think she's more dangerous than he is. I think that there's going to be if she gets elected, and of course we said a lot of shit about Obama when he got elected, and yeah, the fuckers cost me more money. The thing is I can honestly say that I am better off today than I was 8 years ago, but he had nothing to do with it. I did it all on my own. I did it without any help from anyone.
Well, tell me this. This administration that's going right now, sucks. Is America, not you, is America better off than we were 8 years ago?
No.
Okay, so if that's the case,
we're in a more dangerous place.
Why do we want to continue the same administration?
Exactly, because that's what's going to happen.
It's the same administration.
That's why I think Donald Trump is going to win, and he's going to win this in an upset, and it's going to be a landslide.
I think so,
People
too.
aren't going to be able to pull the lever for her. And all these emails that are coming out, and all Donald has to do now, you know what? You want to get support, Donald? Hey, Donald, if you're listening, you want to get support? Shut up!
Nah.
Just shut up. Just talk about the issues. Talk about the issues. Talk about what you're going to do to make America great again. And quit talking about other people and just don't worry about what they say. Ignore them. And just talk about the issues. Talk about how unsafe she is. Talk about how if you don't know what a classified fucking material looks like, you don't deserve to be president. You're not able to be president of the United States.
Right. You know? Well,
I don't know a classified document if she shit it. I mean, there's no gray area here, man. I mean, I don't trust her.
I don't trust her either, and that's why when you say, like, people say I'm undecided yet, how can you be undecided when it's plain and clear that she's Hitler reincarnated as a woman? And is he great? No, he's not great, but he's not going to kill us, I don't think.
She's Hitler reincarnated as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
What year was she born?
I don't know, 1949 or something. But the point of it is she's horrible. She's a liar. But
Hitler was a much better liar.
Hitler might have been a better person.
Hitler might have been a better person, right? Well,
because Hitler would say, "Did you release those?" Yes, I fucking did. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Not lie about it.
Right. Well, Hitler also said the people will believe a small lie before they believe a big lie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's he was soft on that. He knew exactly what he was talking about there.
Right.
So what's this thing that you're on that you want to go off on Hitlery?
I just don't like her. I don't trust her. I don't like her. I really don't want to move to Canada, but I don't feel like I'll have no choice if she wins, because this won't be America anymore. She wants to make open borders, open trading. Well, that's going to fuck the American people's businesses up. It's going to create less jobs for us, because you open the borders, those people are going to take the jobs for less money than we would.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll have no jobs.
Well, and we'll have to work towards a better end. But I know that she's going to keep on the path of going into further debt.
But if we see, that's what I don't get, because if you're going to open the borders and all these immigrants are going to come in, okay, where are they going to work? They're going to take the low paying jobs, and then the better people, you're going to get moved up, whatever. But there's going to be no jobs for people, because they're going to take them all, because they're going to go to work for the non-union outfits and shit, and say, I'll take the minimum wage. I'll take the minimum wage when this guy wants $14 an hour. That's what's going to happen.
Right. Exactly.
The auto parts store, okay, whatever. Oh, it's usually $12 an hour, whatever. They're going to take $7.85 or whatever minimum wages, because they just want a job.
Right.
And that's what's going to happen. And we're going to be fucked on national security. Everything is going to be. I am so scared of this election. It's the first time in history. Every other election, I want this guy to win. I want this guy to win. But the other guy won. Oh, okay, whatever. I'm afraid this time. First time in my life that I'm afraid of somebody winning.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you're afraid that Hillary, if Hillary gets elected, that the United States of America will no longer exist?
Right.
Do you believe that this country is beyond a new revolution?
I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows?
Do you think this country is beyond a civil war?
No.
No.
That's why they want that's why they want the guns out of our houses.
Wow, man, that's fucking phenomenal. So that's the first time I've ever heard anyone that I asked that question to say, "No, we're not beyond a civil war."
No, we're not.
Be a civil war
Why do you think they want to take our Second Amendment rights away and the right to bear arms? Because they believe it too. If they stay in power, they will almost believe that an uprising will happen. So if they take the weapons away, what are we going to uprise against? They're trying to make us vulnerable, take our weapons away, take our fucking rights that have been that way since 1776. Now they want to fucking change everything?
Right.
What gives them the right?
Well, I don't know. I've never seen it where they've taken more. I don't know how to say it. I don't see where they've taken more care to do it. They focus completely on where it says their argument is they want to close the loopholes and keep the guns out of maniacs. Well, you can't judge a maniac. You can't. Right. You can't. What are you going to do? Give them a psychological review before they buy a gun?
Right.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You gotta. I mean, you gotta take your chances, man. It's and 9 times out of 10, these shooters that do all these mass killings and shit with guns, these guys are taking it from their dad. These guys are taking. They're finding a gun somewhere. They're still going to find a gun, even if you were to take guns completely off the market and stop selling them altogether to the population. Those guns would be out there. And you know what else, Guido? There would be more deadly weapons out there. And
well,
they would all be
here's the whole question of that. Okay, tell me, do people in the mafia have trouble finding guns?
No.
Do people in ISIS and other terrorist organizations have problem finding guns?
Oh, hell no. We sell it to them.
Okay, so you're taking the guns out of the innocent people's hands because the bad people are still going to find them. They don't want to buy real guns that they can buy at the store. They want the guns that they get on the street in the black market. So you're not doing anything but hurting America. Do I own a gun? Absolutely not. I don't want one in my house. They're not safe for the kids, whatever. But that's my opinion. But if I want to go buy one, I can.
Right.
And that's it.
Do you think that felons should have the right to vote?
See, that's a sticky situation. I mean, I think it depends on, again, what kind of a felon you are. I mean, if you fucking cheated on your taxes and you're a felon, why can't you vote? You know?
Right.
I mean, if you mass murdered 20 people and raped them, then no, but you shouldn't be out of jail anyways. And
Right,
no,
exactly.
you shouldn't vote while you're in jail.
No
That
one
I
should
think
have the right to vote in jail.
Right.
Yeah,
But
if you're
coming
locked
out
up.
of prison, there should be levels of it. You know, you're a convict, whatever, you're a criminal, you're a felon, but you didn't hurt nobody physically, whatever, so you can have the right to vote. But I don't know. I mean, why take their rights away? They're still a United States citizen.
Right.
They did their time. They're out of prison. Why shouldn't they have the right to vote?
I'm going to ask Johnny B here. Johnny, you going to vote this time around there, Chief? No? He ain't going to vote at all. There's silence on the other end.
Well, the thing of it is if people don't vote, it's a vote for Hillary.
Yeah, if you don't vote, it's a vote for Hillary.
If you vote and you vote for Peterson, the independent candidate, that's a vote for Trump.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah, or any of them.
right.
Anybody else, any Green Party, any Libertarian, you're voting for Hillary. It's a vote for Hillary. That's for sure. And she knows that, and everybody else knows it too. I just wish, somebody would just, get rid of that fucker. What's his name? The guy, the independent fucker. What's his name?
I don't know.
Gary Jones or Gary Smith or whatever the fuck it is.
Why? What's wrong with him?
He's the libertarian.
Yeah, but what
He's
do you
about
got
as dumb
against
as-
him?
He's about as dumb as a box of rocks. Actually, a vote for them is a vote for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of those Bernie Sanders people are going to vote libertarian.
Oh, sure.
A lot of those voters are going to vote for the Green Party because they're leftists anyways. The Green Party is a bunch of leftists anyways. So they might as well vote for them.
You know what? I'm voting for the senator in New York, and I forgot his name, but I should know his name before I talk about it. But anyways, I never really paid attention to him, but he had a commercial on TV, and it made sense. He wants to set term limits in Congress and the Senate. That is the problem with the United States government, is that these senators and these congressmen could get into office in their 30s and be there still in their fucking 70s.
Exactly. Well, what about Byrd from Kentucky? He was he lived to 102, and he was in the Senate until he was 98. Right. Man, what the fuck? He was a U.S. senator for 50 years, 60 years. How fucking crazy is that? I mean, that makes no sense to me at all. And he died a millionaire.
Right, off our money.
Yeah, and a lot. Well, the other side of that is that okay, so they chose their career, and they should be able to live out their career and stay. As long as people vote them in, they should stay.
No, I don't agree with that because here's the thing, is what a lot of people in America do. And if people say they don't, I'm not saying everybody, but if people say they don't, fuck yourself. They go and vote for the president or whatever, okay? And then they look at the ballot. Oh, here's the Democratic guy. Boom. Oh, here's the Democratic senator. Boom. Oh, here's the Democratic. And they don't even know who the guy is. Oh, I remember that name. Let me vote for him because I know his fucking name.
Right, exactly.
Right, that's what happens.
Well, that's how Chief Wannadoobie got 30,000 votes.
Right.
Chief Wannadoobie got 30,000 votes in the primary. He
was the independent candidate, and the people that voted independent voted for him.
Right, exactly.
That's what happens, and that's not right, because if you go and you see a senator's name in there, and oh shit, Chuck Schumer, I remember him on TV. Boom, vote for him. That doesn't mean he should be there.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he should be there. That's right. That's right. You have to earn that spot. And they act like they did earn it, but they didn't earn it. Mm-mm. They did not earn that spot.
I mean, here you go. If you go to the election thing, the polling place and you say you want to be a good American and you're going to vote in every category because your vote counts. Your vote don't count if you just vote on somebody because you know their name.
Right, exactly.
Or if somebody tells you to vote for them. Do your part. Research these candidates. Don't vote Republican because you're Republican. Don't vote Democrat because you're Democrat. Vote for who is going to make us a better country.
And a better place to live.
Right. Just because you're Republican or Democrat mean you need to vote for them. They're not always the best choice.
Well, no, I'm a Republican. I always vote Republican. And,
I'm a Republican.
I'm in a Democratic district. This district is all fucking Democrats.
I'm in New York, dude.
Yeah. It must be tough. Yeah, it's not easy being a Republican anywhere. And
but
it's
I will
not
tell
this
you
county
what.
either. This county is fucked up.
As I drive around Buffalo, New York, I can tell you that I see Donald Trump signs 10-1 over Clinton signs in this city.
Yeah. Well, I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing a lot of Hillary Clinton signs around town. I'm seeing guys driving their fucking big-ass pickup trucks with the Trump and the Confederate flag. I mean, it doesn't bode well for fucking Trump when he has these rebels, man. I mean, they're a dying breed. It's never,
okay.
Let's talk about that.
I'd rather have a rebel like me than an ISIS member who likes her.
True, but on the same token, don't you think that the rebel thing with the rebel flag and the Mason-Dixon line and the South and all that stuff, it's over. And it's starting to get smaller and smaller, and the influence is getting small.
Only because of the world is changing. But that does not mean after all these years, all of a sudden, it's bad and we're going to take the Dukes of Hazzard off the air. What the fuck is that? Now it's bad? For years, it was okay.
Yeah, for decades, it was okay.
I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm not speaking for the goodness or the badness of it.
Right.
But I'm just saying, why was it good for over 100 years and now it's not?
Right.
And then you want these people just to stop putting rebel flags on their shit? No, they're going to fly those flags even higher now because they got more pride because you're trying to stop them from doing something that's in the fucking Constitution.
Right.
It's just like saying the KKK. Okay, the KKK is horrible. It's bad. But those people have the right to assemble and speak to each other. They don't have the right to be jackasses. I'm sorry, and be hateful and hurtful and hurt people. But they do have the right to assemble, just like the Black Lives Matter folks have the right to.
They can voice their opinion. And you can burn my American flag. See, I'm a rare Republican. You can burn my American flag. You go right ahead, and I hope your pants catch on fire. At the same time, I hope somebody accidentally gets lighter fluid on your leg, and it runs up your leg and gives you third-degree burns to your crotch. Okay,
right.
I hope that happens. At the same time, I give you the right to burn that flag. This Kaepernick thing, this idiot in San Francisco.
Okay, they booed shit out of him here in Buffalo.
Yeah, you don't want to stand for the national anthem? Fine. Then you don't play football in an American uniform. You go up and play in Canada.
Don't take my American dollars.
You want to do something for your community? You want to do something for Black Lives Matter? Okay, you go right ahead. Give them some money. Help this pick one black kid out of the neighborhood and say, here, you come with me, you're under my wing, and raise that kid. Because he doesn't have a father.
The whole reason he did all this was because he got benched. And it wasn't nothing. There was nothing different from last year than there is this year with the state of race and whatever in this country. So why didn't he kneel last year? He kneeled when he got benched.
Yep. He kneeled when he got benched. And he's a spoiled little brat.
He is.
Yep.
And here's the part that drives me insane. He was raised by white parents. He was adopted by white parents and raised.
And he's had nothing but opportunity, even though he's black. He's been given nothing but opportunity after opportunity and opportunity, and he has squandered all of that opportunity and all of that strength that he should have had. He pissed it away, and I think it's a shame. I think it's a shame.
It is a shame.
Yeah, I mean, how can you say that this is not the land of opportunity? I keep going back to this and thinking about this picture, and there's a picture of a courtroom, and there's a black judge, there's a black police officer standing in the background, there's a black lawyer standing next to a black criminal, and the sign below says, "The choice is yours. Which one will you be?"
Right.
Everyone in this country, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, I don't give a rat's ass. If you're an American, by golly, you have opportunity. You become what you want to become. It's up to you.
Sure. It's up to you.
It's not up to the president. It's not up to Congress. It's up to you to become who you are. It's not up to the American flag. What the American flag represents is your freedom to take advantage of the opportunity that's handed to you at birth.
Right.
And to make something right of your life. That's all it's all about.
Like there's many people through history, that took the opportunity and seized it. Barack Obama did. He went to college. He was in the state senate. He's the president.
Right.
Right there, it should all be over with. It happened.
He's pretty cool. He's a pothead.
So what? I don't care. I mean, I'm just saying, he's a black man that's got the top job in the United States of America. Nobody's got a better job than him. Nobody.
There's a boatload. There's a boatload of African American judges. There's African American judges on the Supreme Court. There's a black caucus in Congress, both Senate and House of Representatives. Everyone is represented in this country. That's why I don't get this division. I don't get why this is the way it is.
It's them creating division. It's the Obama and Clinton's
deliberately.
They're
causing the division so that they.
Do
can
you know
get
that
votes.
Hillary's
Do you
biggest?
See what they do? It's their fault. It's their fault. It's their fault. And that's what Hitler did.
Do you know that Hillary's biggest supporter, George Soros, donated $7 million to the Black Lives campaign?
Really?
Yeah. $7 million, and he's Hillary's biggest supporter. He's a billionaire from Hungary who wants to rule the world. He thinks he's a fucking god or something. He donated $7 million to the Black Lives Matter. Not that nobody shouldn't donate money to them. It's whatever. Donate money to whoever you want. But he's also donated millions of dollars to the Clinton Foundation and Hillary's personal war chest.
Right.
You tell me they're not have anything to do with it? It's bullshit. Wake up, people. If you want equality and you want to be togetherness, then let's change America for the better and stop keeping it the fucking same.
Right.
Simple.
Right. It's interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff. Hey, you wanna do a song and then come back and talk about rock and roll?
Yeah, let's do that. Because
I'm gonna play Smoke. Let's see. Let me see what I'm gonna play here. I don't even know what I'm playing. We're gonna play "Smoke of a Distant Fire" by Sanford Townsend Band, and this is an old classic here. I think you all are gonna dig it. And Guido and I will be right back. We're gonna talk about some music and the Kiss Cruise coming up for KTFRocks.com. This is KTFRocks.com. "Smoke of a Distant Fire." Rockin'. Yeah. Great tunage. And hey, listen, not to mention anything, off the wall. Didn't we get featured somewhere? Where did we get featured, Guido?
Featured?
Didn't we get featured on Webcast?
I don't know. I'm at a loss, dude.
We were featured on Webcast or something.
Stream Licensing.
Stream Licensing.
Rated us the number 3.
Yeah, number 3 station.
Web radio. No, the streamlicensing.com.
Okay, yeah, Stream Licensing. Number three. And keep growing. We're going to keep moving forward at KGFRocks.com. We're doing it all for you. And along with us here at the Conjugal Visits, which by the way, is going to get much better. Things are changing on the home front, and it's looking pretty good, man, for some changes. I'll be maybe spending a lot more time doing this. So I'm looking forward
and we got some really good news coming up.
Yes, we do. Well, why don't you share that with our listeners?
Well, we're going to have, let's see here. Let me get the thing up before I start speaking, and then I forget what I'm going to say. We have a member of the KGF Rocks family going on the KISS cruise.
Okay.
And he is going to, each day, for the first 4 days, because he's going on a 9-day cruise, but he's going to do the first 4 days live updates. So I already got some really cool interview setup. Lydia Chris from, Peter Chris's first wife, with the song Beth was written about.
Right.
Possibly some Skid Row and Enough's Enough. Guy that helped write Paul Stanley's book. I mean, and various others. And who knows, KISS themselves will be on the boat too. And it being a ship, excuse me, there's no way to get away from people. So maybe we'll get KISS to do an interview too. You'll just have to tune in and see. It's going to be the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th of November. And it's going to be all day. We're not going to know when it's going to happen, because when Joe from Podcast Rock City gets an opportunity to interview somebody, he's going to probably break into a show and interview them right on the air. So hopefully we can get enough notice, but it might not be, so you have to listen those 4 days, folks. If you're a KISS fan or just a rock and roll fan, listen as much as you can those 4 days for special moments from the KISS cruise.
And what are those dates?
The 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th.
And the 7th
of November.
And he's going to brave the waters of the Caribbean, or Caribbean, as some folks call it. And he's going to be broadcasting live on the air from his laptop. Mm-hmm. And we will be cruising, man. It's going to be awesome. I know they have Wi-Fi on the ship, and maybe he can send some videos to us, and we can get them posted up there on our YouTube channel as well, so you folks can get a look at what KGF Rocks means to it, to the fellows there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to check it all out, and I need to get in touch with because I've got the banner, and I'd love to send it to him and have him fly it on the cruise.
Right.
That would be awesome if I could get him the banner.
If they let him do it. I don't know if they would let him do something like that,
I don't know. He could ask. It couldn't hurt.
Right.
He could ask. He could put our, and then we'd have the video with KGF Rocks behind Gene Simmons or something on the cruise.
Yeah.
Is Gene going to be on the cruise?
The whole KISS, they're going to be playing a show, 6 shows on the ship.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're going to do an acoustic
KISS
act.
cruise.
Yeah, KISS is on the ship the whole time. They're going to be doing a live show, and then a acoustic set, and then solo. Each of them do a little solo set and all this. But here's the thing that I find amazing: KISS being not just rock people, stars, whatever you want to say. They're some of the greatest business people ever. Okay, now here's how it goes: you pay to get on the ship. Okay, I don't know what the price is, but I'm sure it's not cheap.
Right.
But if you want to go to those 6 or 7 or 8 shows that KISS is performing, you have to buy each show separately.
Oh, great.
So not only do you pay to get on the ship, but if you're going on that ship, if you're not a KISS fan, you're not going to go on the KISS cruise, okay?
Right.
So, and you're not just going to go and not see at least a show or two. So it's probably a pretty hefty ticket, and the whole thing has been sold out forever. So they know what they're doing, man. Gene Simmons for president.
Yeah. Gene Simmons for president, right?
Right, Can you imagine that? Gene Simmons and Donald Trump.
First Jewish president.
Yeah. Well, is he? Yeah, he is Jewish. That's right. That would be the first one, wouldn't it?
Yeah, he would be the first Jewish president.
See, you got something to look forward to.
Nah, Donald Trump has already said that he's going to make Gene Simmons the Secretary of Rock and Roll,
Yeah.
and I really think that this country needs a Secretary of Rock and Roll. I mean,
Right.
there's no gray area there.
What is
And
the criteria? Because
the criteria to be, you must first of all be a musician and be talented. Secondly, you must be able to arrange special concerts for Donald Trump, and you must be able to also arrange peace concerts to those adversaries out there. So, in other words, like Russia, you would have to promote, maybe get a band in there. You'd be able to, negotiate a band coming there to play music. Like the Scorpions did in Moscow, and Paul McCartney did in Moscow. And just arrange these peaceful friggin' concerts. And you're also, when you think about it, having the groupies come to the White House would be also a benefit to Donald.
like the groupies don't go to the White House now.
Yeah, well, I don't know about now. I don't know. There's one thing I must say, and at the end of the last debate, they asked of your opponent, say something nice about your opponent. Okay, and I loved her answer. That was a good answer. She said, she goes, I'm in awe about your children and how they've grown up and how they've matured and become.
Because she couldn't say anything good about him. Okay.
Right. Well, no, that is saying something about him. He raised his kids right, man. He did a good job.
That was a cop out. His was more sincere. I love the fact that she don't give up. She's a fighter. She stays in it to win it. She stays to the end. That was more genuine than that fucking thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
That was just something to say when you have nothing else to say. Oh, you have good kids. Oh, thank you. Okay, whatever. What about me?
Well, and I think the one thing that I can say about Obama is that there haven't been, everything that's been a scandal with him has been about the business of the White House. Other than that, his family has really stayed out of the limelight, and I like that about
Did you
Michelle.
ever see the one where that Michelle's really a man, they say?
Yeah. I don't think she's a man. Okay,
I don't know, man.
Now you're sounding like Jesse Ventura.
YouTube it, man. They show the package.
Yeah. I still think they ought to have a Secretary of Rock and Roll. But anyway, yeah.
What about before the next debate? Trump said he wants to have her drug tested because he thinks she was high during the last debate.
I think she was high before the last debate too. To be honest with you, I think she has Parkinson's disease. She has tremors. I think she's got Parkinson's disease, and I think that's exactly what's causing her seizures and things that have been happening to her.
Right.
And it won't be the last time, and it's going to happen again. And I think it's going to happen again in the next couple of weeks. That she stayed off from. She doesn't have to do any campaigning. Everybody else is doing it for her now. All she has to do is sit at home, put her feet up, and relax, and wait for the fucking the returns to come in. Pretty simple. She's ahead in the polls. She's got Obama and her husband and the vice president and everybody and their mother out there campaigning for her. So
I got a question for you though.
Okay, go ahead.
This is a real legitimate question. No joke.
Okay.
If I have sex with a prostitute while she's sleeping, is that rape or shoplifting?
It's shoplifting.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's shoplifting. Because eventually she's going to wake up, and I think you're more able to get a prostitute to come by waking her up with sex than to pay her.
Oh, really? You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think that if you were to snuggle up against a prostitute and just bone her, as you're laying there spooning her, I think that's more sexual. I think that's more personal. And I think she'd get off to it. She'd be more receptive to it.
But a prostitute don't want it to be personal.
But if you're paying for it, well, prostitutes have their own private sex life too.
Right.
They don't charge everybody for sex.
I know they don't want a stranger to be personal with them.
You would think, they're not going to. Most prostitutes don't. I don't believe they do. Most prostitutes don't have orgasm when they have sex. I don't know. If you're a prostitute out there, hit me and tell me whether or not you actually have orgasms when you have sex with your clients. come in and tell me. You're not gonna, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
Or do you fake them like Free Ride's wife?
Oh, whoa! Why would you say that? What a dick. Okay.
Should we get her on the phone and find out?
Yeah, I'll get her on the phone. She comes every fucking time. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
So have you ever asked your wife? That you see a beautiful girl out and about. You're out and about, and you see this beautiful. Say you're at a concert or something. This hot chick walks by, and do you ever tell your wife what you're seeing, or has your wife ever told you, "Hey, look at that"?
No, I have, but then I get the no sex for a week thing or something.
Oh
so,
my God! You know what I can? I'll tell you about something about mine. I see that, and I say, "Hey, look at that," and she looks over and says, "Huh?" And I say, "Like, take that home with us?" And she goes, "Sure, but it's out of our league." So my old lady's pretty liberal when it comes to that kind of stuff. She knows she knows that she's going home with me. I mean, she's good. Trust me, she's fine.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing at all with you. I'm just saying that sometimes women are good at faking that orgasm.
No, not my wife. She can't fake it. She doesn't have to fake it. I get her off every time.
I don't.
Fail.
Okay.
Never fail. Never
I'm
fail.
I'm not saying you're lying.
Never fail. Never fail.
Okay, Hillary.
Did you just call me Hillary?
Oh, I was thinking that. I didn't mean to say it.
They're changing the Webster's dictionary. They're going to put her picture next to the word liar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, her campaign song should be Three Dog Night's Liar.
Mm-hmm.
That should be your campaign song.
Yeah, I think so. And I think Donald Trump's onto something there on that drug test.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I have to take a drug test to get my job, why doesn't the President of the United States have to piss in a cup, for Christ's sake?
Absolutely. I agree with that.
I think the new President of the United States should piss in a cup, and every time he stubs his toe in the White House, he's getting hurt on the job, so he's got a piss test for that, too.
Mm-hmm.
If he gets a fucking hangnail, he should have to piss in a cup.
Well, I agree that politicians and people on welfare should be drug tested just like the rest of us that work.
Do you believe that employees should be fired for refusing a piss test?
Well, if it's in the company policy, I guess. I don't agree with it, but if you're 90%, here's my thing on that. I'm against the drug testing thing. But if it's your policy and your business and somebody says no to it, 90% of the time, the reason is because they know they're going to fail it.
Right.
There is those 10% or more cases that they just feel like it's a violation of their human rights. But that's not how you do it. You fight it somewhere else. You don't fight it by saying no.
Yeah. When you refuse a drug test, first of all, they think you're using drugs. Okay.
Sure.
But at the same time, it keeps you from having a black mark on your record.
Right.
They can't say to a future employer that you're applying with that, no, he refused to take a drug test.
Right.
You can't tell them that. So what they're saying is you resigned.
Right.
And you quit because you refused company policy.
Well,
you weren't
I guess
actually fired. I think that if you take a drug test and you fail a drug test, I don't think you should be fired for it.
You should get rehab.
You should be offered rehab.
Right. And that's what businesses should do. Instead of firing people for drug offenses, okay, it's against your company policy and I got busted for doing it. Okay, I broke the rule. It's just like breaking a law in some aspect. But I think the first thing they should do is offer you some kind of help. And then test you, go to your therapy and then test you during it. If you refuse that, then we have no alternative but to let you go. But give somebody the opportunity to make it better because people make mistakes.
Right. But smoking marijuana is not really a mistake. Smoking marijuana is a lot more people are now coming home from work and firing up a doobie. Like my dad used to sit down with a martini.
Right.
Okay. So instead of alcohol, people are using marijuana as their evening cocktail as they're shooting up the evening news.
I think alcohol's scarier and worse than marijuana.
Alcohol's much worse than marijuana. Much worse. I think alcohol is actually the gateway drug. I got drunk before I got high.
Right.
When I
Yeah.
was growing up, I got drunk. First time I got drunk, I puked my brains out.
Not me. I
Okay.
got high before I got drunk.
No, not me. I drank a whole bottle of fucking Matus wine
What
by
the?
myself.
That's nasty.
I was drunk, man. I was drunk, and I puked hardcore, Cruster. So, and
Do you
it
drink
took,
Ripple too?
no, but I drank MD 2020, Mogan
Oh
David.
my God, that's like
Yeah,
devil juice, man.
and we drank Boone's Farm, which
Boone's Farm.
Boone's Farm they got busted because there was pesticides in their fucking wine. And,
Boone's Farm, like two
Yeah.
for $3 or something.
Yeah. Or Rosie O'Grady. Rosie O'Grady was always fun.
Our big thing was wild turkey.
Wild Turkey. Yeah, ours went to Jack Daniels. As we grew older, it went from the wine thing to the because wine always goes better with pot. You know, wine always
No, I
goes
see
better
my
with
choice
pot, I think.
of alcohol beverages when I'm smoking is Captain Morgan and Coke.
Captain Morgan and Coke. Yeah, that's a good one. Mine are shots and a beer. That's my best get along for a buzz.
So you one of them redneck folks, huh?
Yeah, I like a shot of Jack chilled and no without the ice, right? Just
My
chilled.
friend Free Rod here, he drinks a shot and a beer.
I have a shot and a beer. I like a shot and a beer. But if I like a cocktail, I like I like a margarita, but not the fruity kind. I like a margarita with a Patron, with that extra shot of Patron in there. Something that's going to bite back. Something that's going to have a boomerang effect.
No fruity drinks for Free Ride.
No fruity. I don't like the sweet stuff. I used to drink when I was younger. I used to like SoCo and Coke.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's very sweet. I
But,
like the
but
sweet.
you know what? It's not sweet if you drink SoCo by itself. It's nasty.
It is nasty. You can't drink it straight. It is. You got to make it a mixer. That's why they got the fuzzy navel. With the SoCo. It's nasty by itself.
My
But,
favorite is a snake bite. You ever have a snake bite?
yeah, I've had a snake bite. But have you ever had a kamikaze?
Oh, I think I have. Yeah, I have. I forgot what's in it.
Fucking kamikazes rock. That's like liquid morphine, man.
But,
But
Long
they-
Island teas. You ever have one of them?
Oh yeah, but talk about a fucking hangover, dude. Oh my fucking god. Oh, that'll kill you. You'd be like a nomad in the desert going water. The next morning you're so fucking dry, man. Yeah. Long Island iced teas and kamikazes. That's a gin factor. Gin
I
will
remember
get you.
when I had my bar and I was drinking a lot, my wife said, you got to stop drinking, blah, blah, blah. You only limit yourself to like a certain amount of drinks. So we said, okay, I'll do 4. But I would drink 4 fucking Long Island iced teas. I'd tell the bartender, just don't listen to her.
Right.
And yeah, I'd be fucked up. But the thing about it is, here in New York, like one of the biggest drinks is vodka and iced tea. Okay.
Ugh.
Right, but you go to other states, they don't have iced tea in the bar. In
Yeah.
New York, iced tea is in the bar.
Iced tea is in the bar, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't recall having iced tea in a bar here in Missouri. You ever hear that? Iced tea in a bar? Yeah, iced tea with vodka.
Yeah. That's
gotta-
one of the biggest drinks here in New York.
Is it sweet tea?
Yeah, it's sweet tea.
Okay, with lemon
Yeah.
and vodka. Well, that makes sense.
Yep.
That if you did it with unsweet tea with no lemon garnish, then ick. Yeah,
Ain't
no.
nobody gonna drink no unsweetened tea. That's
No,
crazy.
you know what? I don't think that vodka's not my drink. I like the brown drink because it turns my pee yellow, and it shows how clean I am later on. It just cleans me out. But I don't like the vodka. I think vodka is nasty. I never did like vodka, and I don't like gin.
I don't like gin. How can you not like gin?
Gin just tastes like shit to me, man. I
Oh,
don't.
you're
I
drinking
don't like
shit gin though. You got to have Bombay
No,
or
no.
fucking
Well,
Tank.
yeah, but I'm still not. I'm not a big fan of gin. Now
Right.
I've had one tasty fucking margarita. I went to this bar, not margarita, but martini. I went to this bar down on the West
Was
End.
it shaken or stirred?
It was shaken.
Okay.
And it was ice cold, dude. Ice cold. And the olive was the size of the fucking glass. I mean, this olive was fucking huge. And I enjoyed that. That was okay.
Right.
But I'm not into the, how can I say it? Not the sour drinks, but the heavier drinks.
Okay.
I like it a little lighter. But I want a shot and a beer, too.
Do you like the bitch drinks?
No,
like sex on the beach or anything like that?
Connie likes the cum shot. Connie likes the cum shot.
Well, don't they all?
Yeah, all the women like the cum shot. And see,
What is a cum shot, by the way? I don't know if I know that one.
I think it's a Kahlua with with some kind of, I don't know what. I'll look it up.
I've never heard of it.
Hey, be my producer here, man. Get on your laptop and look up what's in a cum shot. Watch me pull up cum shot and a porn site will come up and my computer will shut the fuck down. You know?
It's
gonna, right? Let me bring it up.
Yeah, if you put in cum shot, a drink's not coming up.
You think?
Unless you put in cum shot drink. Or cum shot beverage or something.
Cum shot drink. How's that? Let's see what's in that fucker. The recipe. Here it is. Cum shot drink recipe.
Tell us.
Holy crap. Here we go. Okay. It's one shot of ice, schnapps, peppermint schnapps, and a splash of cream.
Oh. Gotta have that cream in there.
Yeah, it's down in the bottom. It's clear. Okay, and then it's got the cream down in the bottom. So it's peppermint schnapps with cream down inside. Fill a shot glass almost full with peppermint schnapps, then add a tiny splash of cream. The cream will form into a ball that is suspended in the glass. That's a cum shot.
That's kind of nasty. Peppermint schnapps is nasty.
Yeah, right?
And that's what your wife's favorite drink is.
No, that's not her favorite drink, but she likes that, and then she likes Jaeger bombs.
Oh, Jaeger bombs are good.
She likes a Jaeger bomb. So
I like the Jaeger bomb. We for a while when I had my bar, the Jaegers when it first came out, it was getting so huge that I actually had Jaeger or the Red Bull put it on a gun on the gun, and then all of a sudden it slowed down and I didn't sell them anymore. But when they first came out, everybody was doing them.
Right. Have you ever had sex on the beach?
Of course.
Yeah.
And my favorite one of my favorite, like if you were doing a sweet shot, it's called a chocolate covered cherry. It's not gonna fuck you up. It's amaretto and Kahlua.
Amaretto and Kahlua.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it tastes just like a chocolate covered cherry.
What about you, John? What do you like to drink, man? Speak up. They can't hear you. Budweiser. Just Budweiser.
Budweiser.
No hard liquor. You don't like a shot of something? Tequila? He likes a shot of tequila.
Oh, that'll kill you.
Yeah, tequila will kill you. It's okay. It makes you horny, and if you're not with a date, you're fucked. So, that's the tequila thing. They got this new tequila out now that I really want to try. It's a big black bottle. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but it's 100% agave tequila, and they got this stuff here. It's actually got chunks of the guava. Is that what it's called? Plant.
Something like that. Yeah.
In the drink itself, so it's less refined, and it's supposed to be really fucking good. So, yeah.
My favorite is Sammy Hagar's Cabo Wabo tequila.
Cabo Wabo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to go to Cabo, man. I want to
who doesn't?
Yeah. I think he's done with that, though. He sold
He sold the
But he sells rum.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's got the rum thing. Somebody will buy that from him for $1 million. He's gonna die a rich man.
Oh, he sold the tequila company for like $100 million.
Yeah. I mean, he made a fortune off that tequila company.
He made more money off that tequila than he did off of the 30 plus years he's been a rocker.
Yeah, because it was good tequila, man.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, he was like, he's been out. People don't realize Sammy Hagar's been out since like 1973. He was in Montrose, then great solo career, and then Van Halen, then Chickenfoot. The guy doesn't stop.
No, he hasn't stopped. And over all of it, dude, over all of it, besides Montrose, if you left Montrose to the side, because that was his first band experience, but after Montrose, I think his solo stuff is the very best.
Oh, yeah. Even some of that Montrose stuff is great, too, man. Get on your bad motor scooter and ride. It's going to be a classic rock staple forever.
Oh, absolutely. It'll be on our station forever, too.
Yeah. And what's the other one? Number 5 or whatever.
Yeah, I Can't Drive 55.
Yeah. No, the Space Station number 5. Or
Space Station number 5, right,
yeah,
right. Yeah, that's a great album.
My favorite Montrose song is Rock Candy. Did you ever hear that one?
Yeah, I like Bad Motor Scooter. I think that's one of my favorite. Bad Motor Scooter is one of my favorites, and then Space Station number 5 is a killer diller, man. I love that tune. That's an awesome tune.
When Montrose, like when Hagar left Montrose almost ceased to exist because the albums that came out after Hagar left were nothing.
The vocals mean everything.
Mm-hmm.
Vocals mean everything, and I don't think Ronnie actually found that vocalist after Sammy left.
No, and the vocalists do mean a lot too, but also Sammy Hagar had a great ability to write songs.
Right.
So it's no mistake that when David Lee Roth was in Van Halen, they were number 1 on the rock charts, and they were hitting the charts. But when Sammy Hagar came in, they were hitting top 10s on the pop charts.
Right.
Different songwriter. And the guy is amazing. He's 70 years old, and he looks like he's in his 40s.
Yeah, he did. Actually, didn't he just turn 69, or was it 70?
Or something like that. He's 69,
yeah,
70.
He's 69. Either
and
way.
Looks like he's 43.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess money does help a lot, but I don't think it was just the money. I think he took care of himself.
Sure.
I don't think he was, the party type drug addict. I think that's for sure, but I don't think he was into drugs.
You don't think he was into drugs?
No, if he was, not hardcore. I don't think. Not like how Motley Crue was shooting up heroin and shit, and
well, I mean, he's become a businessman. He knows what it takes to make the business work, and he said drugs ain't the way to do it.
No, he's right,
and he's absolutely right. And I think he's come so far that he could retire tomorrow and be done with it. It's because he loves the music and he loves what he does, and that it keeps him going. And he'll keep rocking. He'll be like Willie Nelson. He'll just keep going. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely. Never going to stop until he's in the ground, I don't think. I think he's going to rock till the day he dies.
Right.
I don't, and I'm not, and as he gets older, the output that he puts is less and less. He doesn't put as much music out, but when he does, it's really good because Chickenfoot, was an amazing band.
Right.
The band itself was amazing. Satriani, Chad Smith from the Chili Peppers, Michael Anthony from Van Halen, and Sammy Hagar. But his vocals are still good.
Right.
For 70, almost 70 years old, he doesn't sound like it.
Well, that's true. He doesn't sound like it. I seen him on, I guess it was a couple of years ago. I got a chance to see him on the Daryl's house.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that was a great jam session.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they played some kick-ass music, and they even did Smoke of a Distant Fire. And, he sounded fucking phenomenal.
Well, you know what? That show is so good live from Daryl's house.
Yeah.
People don't realize how great of a singer Daryl Hall really is. I mean, because he's a blue-eyed soul singer and all this, but he's a good singer.
He's a damn good singer, and he's a good rocker, man. And some of his early stuff, some of his way back early stuff, before it was Hall and Oates, and it was Daryl Hall by himself. He had a little band going. They were phenomenal. They were just fantastic. And then he hooked up with John Oates, and it was on from there, man.
Definitely. But and they went the way they should have. That band right there couldn't have been a rock band. Hall & Oates couldn't have been a rock band because
they had to be pop.
Right. and they were, and they rocked it, and they popped it out good, and I think they're one of those few bands from the '80s. That was liked by both rockers and pop people.
I think so too, and I think it was due to the rhythm of their music and the subject of their music. Right. I think the subject of the music had a lot to do with it.
Sure.
And the songs, "You're a Rich Girl," "Fuck You," you don't know what you got until you fucking lose it. You have no idea. So there was a lot of that in their music. And
well, they wrote true to life songs. That song "Rich Girl" was actually about a record company's executive's daughter.
Yeah.
Who hung out with them and would do whatever she wants because she knew she would get out of trouble because her daddy had money. So that's where that song came from. So his songs, I don't know about in the later years, but in the earlier years were true to life tales.
Right.
Sarah Smile was written about his longtime partner, Sarah. So, I mean, they were just real songs and relatable songs. Later on, they got a little, different with their, Man Eater and stuff like that. But in the early days, I think their songs were relatable to most people.
Right. I agree with that. I think Daryl Hall and John Oates were a dynamic team, and when they split, and then they reunited again, and there's a video of them at Hollywood Bowl, and it was a great show. It was a good show. It's
I can't watch them anymore because he shaved off his mustache and he looks not like him anymore.
Oh, he doesn't look like
John Oates,
Yeah.
But think about it, like John Oates. Tell me, Daryl Hall couldn't have did that without him. What did he do?
Yeah, he could have done it, but he's a songwriter.
Yeah,
and I think that I think they work together well as far as as far as the music is concerned, and as far as what they wrote together was one thing, and performing was another. And I think that's where the problem was with those two.
Maybe.
I think that one just this ain't right. It doesn't feel right on stage. It doesn't.
You want to see a funny video? Go to YouTube and do Hall & Oates, She's Gone. And it's an actual video of them on something doing a video in the early 70s. And they are so high that it's so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why they would want to do the show that they did or whatever it was when they were under that much influence. Because it was so noticeable. John Oates' eyes looked like they were painted red. He was so out of it.
Oh, no way.
I mean,
no way. Yeah, it's like the Beatles when they did Strawberry Fields, when the close-up pictures of Paul, and you look in Paul's eyes, and he's fucking tore out of frame, and you can fucking see it.
Then. I mean,
his eyes are all dilated and shit,
Right.
And you look through John Lennon's glasses, and his eyes are all fucking red and shit. They're all fuckered up, and it's the same thing. I mean, that's rock and roll, man. That's what rock and roll was back in the 70s and early 80s. That's what it was all about. They were all tore out of frame, and that's when Mick Jagger decided to drop away from the drugs, and Keith Richards actually expanded on his drugs.
Oh, sure, he took what he was stopped doing.
Right. Well, they had that short break when he did Angie, and when they did Angie, it wasn't going to be on the album Goathead Soup. It was going to be on a solo album for Mick Jagger, and Keith Richards wasn't having it.
Yeah,
it's going on a Rolling Stones album. That's all there is to it.
Right.
And Keith Richards may be high, but he knows business and he knows how to work it.
Well, he does. I mean, the two of them are better together than apart. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's going to outlive me.
He's going to outlive all of us.
I think he's just a body with dust in it walking
when
around.
Armageddon hits, the Roaches and Keith Richards will be left.
Yeah, and I saw this thing, the video of them in Indio with this last concert that they did in Indio, California. Yep. The desert, the Rockin' Desert, or wherever the hell it was.
Yep.
And the Paul McCartney was awesome. Neil Young came out and did a couple of songs with him, which was fucking cool. And it sounded really good. But when I was watching the Rolling Stones, Mick couldn't even keep up.
No.
Couldn't even keep up. His backup singers were fucking over. I think he was pissed off because he kept going over to his backup singers and going, "What the fuck?" He's raising his arms like this. What the fuck? And I think that they were singing over him.
Maybe.
But he was losing track and stuff. I'm going, "What the fuck is this, Mick?"
He is quite old.
Yeah. I don't know if he's lost that much of a step, but he gets out of breath. He needs to stop moving around so fucking much.
That's Mick Jagger.
He sounds like me, man.
Nobody sounds like you.
No, nobody. Nobody sounds like me.
No.
That's true. That's
maybe an emphysema patient or something, but
Oh my God, you're terrible.
Yeah, I used to smoke 2 packs a day, but now I lost one of my lungs. I cut my smoking in half.
They took my left lung. Yeah, I can look forward to that.
Yeah, that's gonna be you one day. No,
no,
it's gonna be me too.
Hi, how are you? This will be me on the radio. Would you listen to this?
No, you wouldn't listen to that, would you? Yeah. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you sound like when they take your larynx out from smoking. Think about that. I couldn't imagine. With me, it's my heart. It's my blood pressure.
That's not cool. I don't want to see anybody have anything.
Yeah, and I just, it's one of those things. Johnny Carson said it well. These fucking cigarettes, and he literally hated them, but he died smoking. And he had emphysema and it killed him. But, he was older. This guy keeps buzzing me, man, and I don't understand why.
Who?
And, somebody. I don't know who the hell it is.
Maybe it's the guest we were supposed to have.
He keeps hitting me on...
Hello, Moto. What is he... why don't you answer the guy?
Because I'm on the air.
Well, maybe he'll stop chiming in when you're on the air.
Maybe I ought to call him back. You want me to call him back on the air?
Oh, he's calling you or he's texting you?
No, he's calling me.
Oh,
whoever it is calling me.
Yeah, don't call him on the air because it might be like somebody that wants to do you harm, and we don't want to hear that.
It's California.
Is it your brother?
It's probably my brother, and he doesn't realize I'm on the air.
Or doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, or doesn't give a shit. Yeah, I think it's my brother's new number.
He's probably like, "Why don't this motherfucker answer?"
I'm just going to go, "Who's this?"
Stupid rat bastard.
I'm going to text him and say, "Who's this?" It might be our guest. It's out in California.
Is that where he's from? Oh, good.
Yeah.
We'll bring him in for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Even though he's been trying to call you for an hour.
No, he's been, I guess, we'll find out here in a minute. If he answers me. Who's this? You can't believe me. It's been a rough week, man. It's been a rough freaking week.
What am I going to do with you? You can dress him up, but you can't take him out.
Yeah, that's for sure. No, I would think that he would hit me on Facebook.
Did
I've
you
got
check
that
your
pulled up.
Facebook? Did he hit you there?
Yeah, no, he didn't hit me there. I've been watching all night to see if he was going to hit us up, and he hasn't. I must have really pissed him off. I'm really sorry, Dave Saker. I really am sorry, man. And life gets in the way sometimes. And
I know how you feel, Dave.
Yeah. See, you should, because it's really terrible. And I've lost so much, but things, they are changing. So hopefully they will change for the better, and I'll be able to do more of what I'd like to do. Okay. It's only my brother. So it's only my brother. He doesn't realize I'm on the air. Yeah. Okay. I had to call him back on and bring in. This is actually the king of the Golden Triangle. Actually.
Oh.
Yeah, the king. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's still the king, or has the throne?
No, the throne has been, the die has been cast.
Yeah.
The law has spoken.
So, are you going to
Yeah.
watch the debate Wednesday night?
Yes, I will watch the debate. And earlier when we were talking about this politics, um, I, I said I'm not sure and blah blah blah. Of course, I know who I'm going to vote for.
Right.
Okay, I already know it's not going to be for her, and it's
Good.
not going to be for a Green Party candidate. It's going to be for Donald Trump. I'm only voting for him, but I'm not going to get excited behind him. I'm not going to push him. I'm going to just, I'm not going to push him on other people. And I don't, I'm not a redneck, so to speak. I don't want to be listed as oh God, how do I explain it? What is it? Unredeemable? Is that what she said we were?
Deplorables.
Deplorable. I don't want to be a deplorable.
Right.
I don't.
Why not?
Because I think it's I think it's
You
deplorable.
don't want to be. She said you're deplorable. That doesn't mean you are. She's deplorable.
Oh, she's inexcusable. She's a waste of flesh. She is a liar, scumbag that belongs in prison, and I
Right.
can say that out loud if I'd like to. And everybody said, "Oh, everybody wants to throw her in prison." Yeah. She broke the law. If it had been me or you, we would be facing serious fucking jail time.
Mm-hmm.
We would be in jail. If it was Donald Trump, he would be in jail. It was David Petraeus. One email, dude. One.
Mm-hmm. That's how it is. That's what people are upset about. It's not fair, that she lives by a separate set of rules because she has so much power, and the FBI would have put anybody else on trial or in prison for the things that she did.
Right. Exactly. I think she needs to go. Her day of reckoning is coming. The Clinton days of reckoning are coming. All the lives that they destroyed in the 90s, because they destroyed a few, and then all the lives that she's destroyed in the last 15 to 20 years since 9/11. Since 9/11, she's destroyed lives. I think that they were extremely lucky on the Bin Laden raid.
Right.
I think they got fucking lucky.
Right.
That one of those choppers didn't get shot down by the Pakistani in a fucking international incident.
Right.
They did the right thing and kept it on the down low. It was quiet. His demise was very quiet and fast.
But how do you know he's really dead?
I don't know. I never saw the body.
Nobody ever did.
They just want everybody to feel good. There we go
Yep.
again with the fucking conspiracy theories.
Hey, sometimes conspiracy theories turn out to be true.
True. And they buried him at sea.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to show. They showed us the body of Saddam Hussein.
Sure did.
They showed us the body of Gaddafi.
Mm-hmm. Several thousand times.
Yeah, they showed
And
us.
I'm not saying that he's not, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't. I don't think he is alive, but I'm just saying, why not have the proof?
It could have been a
And-
distraction. It could have been a
Right.
distraction.
And the biggest blow to it is he is a Muslim, and the way they did it to him is not a Muslim proper burial. So I don't know if they did. See, that's the thing that bothers me. Sometimes conspiracies are just things that can't be explained. Oh, it's a conspiracy because you don't want to explain.
They said they didn't want to bury him anywhere or send him home, send his body home to be buried because they didn't want a martyr. They wanted a place where people would gather. They didn't want that.
Right.
So instead, they gathered back in Iraq and Syria, and there's an all-out war, and hundreds of thousands of people have lost their lives. And the Iranians and the Russians are in it together, and they want to reproduce and regain the Ottoman Empire. And that's all there is to it, man. And they're not going to stop until they get there. They're not going to stop until they get what they want. And that is the old Ottoman Empire back, right? If you look at a world map, before World War One, and then after World War One, and how split those countries were. Iraq and all that used to be in the empire, and it all went away. They all gained their independence after World War One,
Right.
and they were taken away from the Ottomans, including most of Turkey.
Right.
So they want all that back, dude. They want it all
You think?
back. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And the Kurds, they want their property. They were wiped out, man. You know,
Right.
a few people know that was quite an empire, and they were, you know, they had a good population, and now they're down to, you know, a couple few million compared to hundreds of, you know, 100 million or 60 million. So there's a big difference
Right.
between what we do for these countries, and I think that I'm in firm belief we ought to bring everybody home and say, "Fuck you, I'll kill each other." Who gives a rat's ass? Leave us the fuck alone.
Right.
That's all. And unless we are attacked, do not fire until fired upon.
Exactly.
So, but don't put yourself in a position to be fired on.
Right.
Bring them all
Right.
home. Fuck it.
You know, protect our country. Stop with other
Protect
people.
our hemisphere. Our hemisphere. That's Canada, United States, Mexico. I think if we stayed at home more, we would be more liked by our neighbors.
Maybe.
I think if we actually stayed closer to home, the
Oh,
Gulf
it's
of
them
Mexico,
damn meddling kids again.
yeah, the damn meddling kids.
Mhm.
You know, I think that if we made more friends closer to home than worried about what the fuck was going on in the Middle East, I think we'd all be a lot better off.
Well, we're never going to not worry about what's on the Middle East. That's where the oil is.
No,
We're too
we got plenty of
dependent on
oil.
We
Dude,
do.
We got, but that's a lie. It's been a lie.
I know.
It's been a lie. You know, if we're the only country in the world, which we about are, that follow the guidelines for fucking global warming,
Right.
you know, we would be. We're not going to change things, so let's do it. Fuck it. We've got more oil and natural gas. We're sitting on a ton of it. We got more than we need for 1,000 years. For 1,000 years, that gives us 1,000 years to think of a better energy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why don't we just do it? You know, have cars running on water. Have cars running on water. You know, we don't have to worry about pollution. We can solve this, but at the same time, why should we all suffer?
You know what I want to do? I want to redo the movie Back to the Future. And in it, I want Doc Brown to say, "Marty, quick, we have to go back to 1949 and give Hillary Clinton's dad a condom."
It wasn't him who corrupted her, though.
But if he wore a condom, she wouldn't be born.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was corrupted a long time ago, dude. She was corrupted. She's one of the, you know, these. I'm all for liberal things because I believe in freedoms and stuff, okay?
Well, they had an open marriage. You're not fooling me for a fucking minute.
No, she's with.
I think she's a lesbian.
I do too.
I think she's a lesbian, and I also, no offense to the gay folks out there. If there's any gay folks out there listening, no offense to you, okay? But I think Hillary Clinton is actually gay, and I think it was a marriage and a birth of convenience.
So they did it like, like Rock Hudson back in the day. He was married.
Yeah.
Just so, yeah.
Yeah, and then, you know, we'll be in the middle of this presidency with her, and there'll be a scandal that a lesbian was caught escaping out the back door, you know, of the White House after a night of sex and frolicking with Hillary Clinton. Ew, could you imagine?
You know, because that person would have very low standards. The person that snuck out the back. Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd rather sleep with Bill than her.
You'd rather sleep with Bill? Bill, you better have him wear a condom, motherfucker. He looks like he's got AIDS, man. I think the joke's on him.
Yeah.
I think the joke is on him. He looks rather thin, peaked. He's a
He
little
does.
peaked. You know, I don't think he's going to live through another 4 years. I think he's got one foot on the train and one on the platform.
I'm glad they only had one kid, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then there's not more of them to come up the ranks like, you know, how the Bushes had, you know.
Right. True. That's true.
Yeah, and, you know, the whole thing, I'm almost glad that we only got like a month to go because people, I mean, I have people, it's so stupid that deleted me as their Facebook friend because I like Donald Trump. You're a fucking moron.
Yeah, well, they don't want to hear the truth.
Right.
They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to know. We're probably turning people off from our from our cast tonight because we're talking about politics.
You
And
know
that's
what?
okay.
But we don't normally talk about politics, and it's not that we're talking about politics. I'm fed up with politics. I'm fed up with the way things are run, and it's time that America took a stand and said, "Fuck it, we're done with this shit." This is our country. We were set up to be a free democracy and not this bullshit that you're feeding us. And I think the media is unfair. That's why I want to talk about it, because if the media did their job and did 50-50 coverage on both candidates, good and bad, this wouldn't be a fucking circus like it is.
Right, exactly.
But
it's crazy, man. There's no getting around that.
No, and I've like I said, I've never been this involved in an election before. I've always been, active and pay attention to what they're talking about and make a good decision on who I want to vote off of that. But this one is just ridiculous, man.
Right.
The mudslinging and the fucking lies, and I'm not saying either of them are amazing, but we have to choose, and let's not choose wrong, please. Research. Right. Don't just listen to what the media says. Do your own research and find out the facts, and then vote.
Right. That's
rock
true.
The vote, bitches.
Rock the vote. Now, Roger Waters is coming to St. Louis. He's made his date, and I'm looking at this for the first time to see
price
what
tickets.
To price tickets, and Roger Waters tickets. They went on sale Saturday, I think.
Yeah.
You're looking at a C note.
Yeah,
for the floor.
That's ridiculous.
A C note.
Roger Waters got more money than fucking everybody. Stop trying to get more. All you old rockers, stop it.
It's going to cost you $1,000 to go to the fucking concerts now, man. They get 10,000.
That's our fault, though. That's the people of the internet age's fault, because instead of buying the music, people download it and get it for free. So these artists need to make money. That's their living.
Right.
And
that's how they make their living.
That's exactly how they're making their living, is by charging crazy ticket prices. Because before, they were getting millions of dollars
from their
off of records, and then they were doing the concerts at a reasonable rate. Now they're not getting those millions from those records.
Right. Make it affordable, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Make it affordable.
I remember going to a concert back in the day, and for like $30, you can get a ticket and a shirt.
Yeah.
Good luck now.
Yeah, not anymore. Not anymore.
You can't even get a ticket and a shirt for $30 to a fucking independent band nowadays.
I saw Humble Pie. Let's see, who did I see? When Peter Frampton was still with him. Montrose.
God damn, you're old.
Oh yeah. Humble Pie, Montrose, and who was the opening act for that? Head East.
Head East.
No, it wasn't Head East. I can't remember. Let's see. Oh, Foghat. So for 95 cents.
90 what?
For 95 cents. KC did a birthday party. It was their fifth birthday party, and they were doing the show at the Fox Theater. And I got lucky because I was at the ticket window, they used to call it, when they opened it and put some tickets on sale, and they were 95 cents to celebrate their birthday, and it was a gas. I went to see the Guess Who on a KC birthday for 95 cents.
Is that their call letters, 95 or something?
Yeah, KC 95.
Okay.
95 cents. And so I've seen some pretty cheap concerts.
Sure.
I went to see Peter Frampton for $10.
That's a good deal.
That was Ninth Row Center. And I saw Yes live. I had front row seats for Yes, dead center. Yes, and because I was a huge fan, and I went and I waited in line because they used to sell them. You couldn't buy them online. There was no such thing. You had to go to the place where they sell the tickets. And I was the third person in line, and I got front row center.
Wow.
And I got to see Yes, and that was for $15.
That's awesome.
$15. In retrospect, the concert for John Anderson, Trevor Rabin, and Rick Wakeman here in St. Louis, That same seat would run about $500.
Yeah.
But of course,
really.
it would include a backstage pass and meet the band kind of thing.
Right.
So the way it's going, that.
Well, that's the thing, because you can't justify selling a ticket for $800 and not getting something more than a show out of it.
Right. Exactly.
You can't. You just can't.
If you're going to pay that kind of money, you might as well get a backstage pass and at least get to meet the guys in the band.
Right.
And say hello,
And that's why the people are buying these tickets, because it's like, oh my God, it's, my favorite band ever, and I don't know how long they're going to be around, and I better get some tickets.
That's right. That's right. Guido, guess what, dude?
What, dude?
We did 2 hours.
Yeah, I know. And
Good Lord.
You didn't really annoy me that much.
That was kind of cool, man. We talked about all kinds of stuff. Well, don't miss out on all of our DJs here at kgfrocks.com, and don't forget to check out and support us over there at kgfrocks.com. Go in and pitch in a little bit, okay? Couldn't hurt, man. This ain't free. All right,
No.
so I'm just letting you know,
Even though it's free ride, it's not free.
Yeah, it's not free, that's for sure. And we love you guys, and we want nothing but the best for you. Thanks for joining us this evening. I hope and again, if you're listening out there, Dave, I'm really, really sorry that we fucked this thing up, and we'll get it straight. I hope sometime in the future, and get Dave on, maybe if he doesn't hate me. But life happens. Life happens, and there's been a lot going on in this life.
Right.
So don't forget it, okay?
Shit happens, dude.
Yep, shit happens. Hey, Guido, got anything, man?
No, I'm good.
Okay, don't forget about the Kiss cruise, guys. Okay, more to come on that. We're doing some ads on that. We're going to set that up, and we're going to do an event for you. Check us out on Facebook. This is kgfrocks.com and the Conjugal Visit saying, see ya.
Later.
Bye-bye. See you later, man. And yeah.
Hasta la vista, baby.
It's
See you later,
Sunday night,
man.
and this is
Yeah,
the Conjugal
yeah,
Visit
yeah.
on kgfrocks.com.